Well, hello once again, my friends. Hambbage here, and Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft is back once again. We're a few episodes in now, but really just getting started on our new Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft world, filler world, which is so named. As you guys have heard in previous episodes, we're little uncertain. We didn't lose our slow cooker world. We lost the PC I'd moved it to, and again lost full episodes of progress. And I just didn't have the heart to keep it going with the future of that PC uncertain. Just keep recording and losing. So we're starting a different one, and like I said, it may just be filler. It may become the end all and be all, but we've got a couple things on tap for this episode. The first of which, if we can make a clean break for it. Oh, hey, it's still evening. We got a bed. First thing, we want to get a bucket of milk. We seem to have eluded them by going down and working in the mine, but we received our first visit from. I didn't know that was a thing. Hey, who knew you can right click berries with a pick? You can't navigate them very well. Ow! Stop it! Stop it! Hey! But, oh, come on. Dumb berries. I'm not one to often say, like, oh man, you know what Minecraft needs? Minecraft is pretty awesome as is. It doesn't need a whole lot of anything. It's fun to have fresh additions and things at times, but it's doing all right. Okay, this is why we don't like shields. But as annoying as relying on berries can be, it's pretty good eating. Okay, we'll sleep further away from the berries, up by the sheeps. Who gave us these blankets? So yeah, we should have cows right over this way, not anywhere near a village, and hopefully in the opposite direction of where those pillagers were. Um, and it'll be pretty nice to get clear. So, where are we at? For anybody who's just joining us or hadn't seen the previous episodes, we are making pretty good progress. It's our fourth episode, all about an hour long, so we're about just going into our fourth hour of play. And I wouldn't say this has been our most advantageous start ever, at least for early game stuff. We are smack in the middle of a taiga forest between a couple bands of mountains. It's beautiful country, and it's got awesome caves that we're right in the edge of, but not real great for early game. Food, farms, transportation, all those kind of things we're gonna have to kind of work on a little bit. But I don't think we're gonna have too much of a problem with it. I think my plan remains that we'll probably try to use that nearby village as kind of a farming base, and we'll maybe make a little hut or something there, not like permanent residence, secondary home or anything. What um, what I may push for a little quicker is trying to get competent in the Nether and hope that we can connect. We got lots of cool. Oh, I guess that's the same cool arch that we saw last time. Connect these couple of sites. The one that we're at right now, and the one that we'd like to build on the ocean, so that then we can have transport, we can have our darkroom spawner, we can have all that good stuff that'll keep us going on our way. So those, while they're annoyingly distant here on the surface, would be pretty reasonable going through another tunnel. So that's kind of the plan. Now this time, let's see if we can. Oh, there's some more fishies. Do I have the fishing rod, or did I manage to put it away just when we were about to actually use it? Because that sounds like something I'd do. Oh, come here, fishies. I need your tasty noms. And we also just discovered a passage in the level 16 kind of cave. I guess we discovered a cave right next to the bottom of our staircase at level 16. So we've got some potential for going down and getting some diamonds and that kind of stuff too. So lots of good going on. But to really get that, we need better food than just stacks of berries. And I think the salmon here are going to do a pretty good job of filling that need. What we may do, as you can see, I've really refrained from taking down the animals because I don't know yet at all what we might do about breeding here, where we'd want to be, so on and so forth. So we shall see. But seeing as how we accidentally ended up at the village, maybe we can kind of, if I say, maybe we can kind of intentionally end up there, that will almost guarantee that we completely miss it. Hello, village. Are you there? It's me, Hambbage. Gotta say, I'm pretty well done. We got some bushes planted. Now where are we? That looks like maybe a village roof, right? Oof. No feather falling. Ah, I see. I remember to look up. I wasn't going to. One more there. Ooh. Look at these holes. Lots of holes and caves and just kind of Swiss cheesy out here. Okay, here's some of this area. So the other thing I really want to do is start trying to clear some of the space around this village, picking away at it kind of stuff. You know, we got stone tools here, but while we've got a bit of daylight left, let's try to take down a few trees, because this is where we'll at least do our initial farms for food, whatever we need for breeding and trading and all that. We may do a bigger farm complex out at that other village in the plains. Um, I just, I don't know. We're going to be spending as much time there as we may here in the hills and around the mountains and things. We may still be in spawn chunks too, but whether or not we're right there, there's plenty we can do in terms of mining to keep us occupied while the farm chunks are loaded. Last time having them right at base was cool, but I don't think all the the terraforming, yes, terraria. Um, I don't think all the terraforming and stuff is gonna have any kind of worth for us. So we'll give this a try. See how it plays out. It's fun to mix things up a little bit. Every time I see those campfires, I think it's lava spread fires starting the whole forest up. It is another thing with getting some of these trees out of the way. I said, the very first episode, I said, man, I just, for visibility's sake, I don't want trees all over the place here that are going to get them killed, get me killed. Either way, both are bad outcomes, so we want to avoid that. But I also don't want forest fires to run rampant through their little town. And I also want to farm, so we need space for it. Seems like a big tree. And maybe the big trees could, technically they can stay. This just kind of seemed to be out in the middle of an open space. That one's not that big a tree. Eventually, guys, we'll get you some podzol. We'll grow you a real big tree. Tree the whole town can be proud of. You can put banners around it and dance around in May. Make it into like a maypole. It'd be fun for the whole community. Okay, I think we've burned through most of the daylight. And we made good progress. So let's see if we can get back before disaster strikes. It's one thing where the mountains kinda help. Oh, that sheep scared me. I almost thought I made myself a liar. Even though the mountains are in the way and kind of darken the sky, they seemingly don't set up mob spawning. Even though it's all light level driven, it just always seems to give me a better warning that, hey, night is on the way, get going. So, consider it good. Alright, we restocked those. We got enough here to warrant another cook. And we'll need them. Alright. We never did use the fishing pole, but I think we had a good day. We definitely want to put the shield back in our hand. I don't think we need another hand axe. And of course, now that we have it, we don't need the milk. Put that away. Okay, so do that while we wait. And this is just filler bit for the salmon to cook up, because I want that better density food before we start tangling with mobs down there. We're running away is a little. Oh, and I need a door too. See? If we just rushed down there, I wouldn't have thought about it. Doors for the mine shaft. So I did load up those. That goes here. How we doing? Close. Closer. And dun 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 dun. Cook fish, cook, 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 cook fish. So there we go. We got a little bit of progress too. So I think this is gonna work out pretty well height wise and everything. Ooh, well, we got something. Quite see that clearly. I remember back to the very basics, and those don't change no matter what the release. This is potential death. Always want to watch for those elevated openings. Ooh, some gold. Yeah, now we're getting to the good stuff. And, oh. Sometimes those are worth exploring. I just think we've got so much cave area to explore. We don't need to go pushing for the next great thing. And, we got a little ways out, but for all we know, this could be incorporated into a large downstairs space. Don't know which way it's going to build out and what we want to do. Although, if there's any direction I kind of am not inclined to go right out of the gate, it's south, because pretty much every other direction has some mountain advantages, or if we go straight east, we're headed for the village. So if I had to guess, let's say but that's good. We also get to explore the one area that we're not likely to go just expansive tunneling into. We may go do a narrow run looking for diamonds, but and there we go. Give us tools. So very good reminder in this spawn. Again, no seed, nothing. Nothing specifically like that, but it was, or has been interesting so far. Very little in terms of villages, and we have two, which isn't bad. But to this point, at least, no abandoned mine shafts, no deserts whatsoever. Oh, don't do that. Do that. Gotta have these reminders because you forget. It's not, everybody knows. Oh, yeah, you gotta have an iron pick to get diamonds, to get coal, gold, redstone. But when you've been using diamond gear for a while, that just becomes easily overlooked. All right, well. Now, again, game will give you something and then take it away so fast. So make sure before you get all hyped up on the diamonds that you know what you're in store for. At least, yeah, you don't have to make it perfectly secure and dug out, but you want to watch out. Maybe we'll come back up this way. I'm a little concerned about all that gravel. Well, we've got this in hand. Gold is going to be very nice. It would be good to have a couple apples in hand. Got all that. Back for the lapis. Those 5 iron picks, man. So we'll make it nice to not have to conserve. But for the moment, we're gonna play it smart. We're gonna switch for stone anytime that we don't need the iron and save it so that we don't get stuck without diamonds. And it really does help, at least for me, to keep reminding myself, if you're switching it out every time, you're less likely to completely overlook the fact that you need okay, I don't think that's gonna get us. I think that might. I think this goes back down to similar stuff. Not exactly, but let's go ahead and take care of you because you're probably around my basement. Now, this seems like it has great potential to be a death factory. And we don't want to produce death. And as advertised, Swiss cheese version of this world. Wow. Thought that was gravel for a second. Always proceed with caution. It was nice of it to let me think that maybe we could finish him off, but no, no. Again, thought I caught just a glimpse of a shadow from above, and that's just the kind of stuff, single hole, the big caves and stuff, pretty easy to see them until you don't, and you're like, oh man, how did I miss that whole cave above my head? But it's the like a little one block gap in a floor above, and you're just mining along and you don't catch it. That's where the creeper drops on your head. And that's a bad day. We don't want to. Oh, we don't want a bad day. All right, let's get more tool makings here. And again, like anywhere, these don't have to be 100% secure. You don't have to overly worry about every inch. You're not going to be hanging out in here a lot. The main thing is you don't want to have a lot of trickle down from a particular spawn spot. If there's one area in there that's dark enough to spawn something, you don't want that to be a steady stream that then keeps wandering its way down into your basement. And if you end up in that situation, it's not the worst thing. You just go up and do a little cleanup mission. But usually, especially if you're not right in the vicinity of where your base is going to be, you're going to move through. They can't spawn when you're right there. And as long as like, we know that's pretty well lit from behind. So there's not like a spawner room or something that's just going to be shooting mobs at us. So the threat's coming from this way, not the opposite. And then you can just kind of move your way on out. And if this was a cave totally far away and we had better armor, as you guys have seen me play, that's when you just run through minimal torches, enough to see by, um, but know that the mobs can't spawn right on top of you. So as long as you're moving about your business quickly, you should, you're going to run into some to clear to wherever you want to get, but as you then have it buttoned up and a few torches out, get your gear and or your loot. Yo, man, that spinning cobble. I thought that was the wandering or skeleton we were hearing. Now, I hope they are not plotting to make me eat my words. It's not the ideal time to be looking down level 20. Because 20 is one of those precipitous. Let's take a look here. So, looking at local difficulty on the left side, it's 5 total rows up, 3 up in that second paragraph from the bottom. 2.55 / .28. Whatever that means, that's where we're at. But we want to see if that changes significantly once this 19 turns into a 20. So if I think about it, I will just that's our way home. Yeah, when we get back to actually swinging a pick mining, I will try to check that each time we start coal node Because it may vary from spot to spot in the mine too. I don't know again much of those mechanics. I do know we need iron, and we're getting it. Okay, so good. Back up and around here. We just got the big area left to go. Yeah, imagine all this with fortune. Great. And that makes you feel the lack of ships. Ships and temples, you get the right enchanted tool. Even if it's a gold and it's not going to last real long, but you get some fortune on it. That can do a lot for you jumpstart your game. I do not relish the sound of this skeleton. Especially since now we just emptied all that out. And this is the area where it really, really go ahead and use the torches, because alright, we got him. Well, that was good. Good little bit of caving. Now we just grab the loot on the way out. And we should be free to get those diamonds at the bottom of the stairs. I was worried about creepers coming and landing on our head when we harvested. Didn't look like a massive outcrop of diamonds. We'll see if we've got any good RNG when we get over to them. But any little bit. So again, because of the proximity to where we'll be, and that this has this long vertical drop down to kind of our basement level, I think. Oh, I still haven't. Guess we're a little further away than I thought we were going to be. Which is good. The longer I can hold off below level 20, the better. Ooh. Alright, let's check it now. So now 2.63.31, whatever that means, it's telling us. Again, I don't know if this is gonna get us through, but that's okay. We can use this one all the way down, finish up with our iron, and then go back, because now we've got so much iron to cook. Fingers crossed, we should be plenty well supplied to keep our iron tools now for the rest of the game. Until they too get replaced. Didn't really need to do that. Alright, there it was. And 2.63.32. I don't think that was a huge change. So maybe 20 really doesn't have the same significance I think it does. We definitely heard some Endermen flitting about in the rain and some of those kind of things. And that's where I most often notice the change is around 20. It seems to me that Endermen start playing a bigger role in my life. Yeah, and here is just the seemingly unnecessary trolley bit. I mean, anybody out there using those to build the deep slate ores? Has anybody used those in like building projects? Do you use the regular ores with a silk touch? I'm curious. I mean, I guess it really doesn't. I was always thinking, oh yeah, that's gonna bog you down so much in the early game, but it really doesn't because the blocks break, and with fortune they would all go into one stack. I still say you're best off silk touching and getting them all back and then doing them in your base, but that's just me. To each their own. All right. Oh, you're there. I haven't forgotten about you, little guy. Man, my ice maker is so loud. Get some ice out of it for some iced tea. And, anytime you empty it, and like, the ice was kind of, I don't use ice a ton. So very often it just kind of fills and sits. And then it slowly over time solidifies into like a permafrost kind of, not the frosty, like, you gotta defrost your freezer because there's clouds of white fuzzy frost all over it. Ooh. Again, be careful. We got lava around here. Just make nice and sure that you're not about to put yourself in it. But I think we did what we needed to do. Still got inventory, so let's get see, that was the one I didn't know, so I didn't step on it. I just kind of waited to see if it would fall to me or not, because that one sure didn't. So this is all going to be stuff that will sort of be around our base area, which I think was back this way, maybe. Yeah, this is where we were running through going like, oh yeah, it's a big cave. It doesn't seem to have much. Alright. And then just because we can. Oh, not that though. All right. So, I don't know how so it was burning. Okay. Now we just probe out to see we can define how big this is and give kind of a, at least on our basement side, give a walkway area. That gives us a little margin as we're cutting the walls. And eventually this may get floored or glassed in, but for now we can just kind of leave as is. So there's our area, and just proximity wise we'll give lots and lots of light along this little stretch, just to try to keep any surprises from coming along. Again, double check those ceilings, get a little snack, and now let's go back upstairs and count our loot and feel really good about ourselves. Because we just moved out of the bare survival mode into I'd say secure novice, right? Where we're gonna have a whole load of iron, so all our tools can now be just worked down and replaced. Um, we've got the beginnings of some good jewels, 7 diamonds, and I think we need the iron before we get the deal. Um, do we want to smelter for our iron? What was the recipe for that? Was it like a furnace surrounded by iron bars? Is that what it was? Oh, we haven't gotten all this stuff yet. Or is it a blast furnace? No. Or was it clay? You always go steal one from the village. It's not very nice. With their diamonds. First two things, of course, and as always, pick and swad. There we go. Go in the hole of discarded swords. 2 are ready for our enchanting table. We don't have enough levels or anything yet, but there's not much to stop us, although I really prefer to have all the books good to go. Let's reset our... again. Cobblestone, deep slate, tough, dirt, cobble, and I missed the diorite. Alright, how we doing, iron? Some. Why did I put the sticks away? These are the questions. And, well, we can make a hoe. Need that. Then put it away. Because we don't need it that soon. Let's combine this out of the way. Alright, now one wood axe and 2 more shovels. And since I don't know what the smelter is yet, and we now have lots of coal. Do that so often. Let's get that. One of those. Probably should have done that at first. It's alright. We needed to cook the iron. And now, I think we can set these off. Looks kind of daytimey, doesn't it? Sort of. Dawn or dusk. I wish those would go down enough for me to... No, we don't have sand yet. Darn it. Where's the sun? Midday. Let's go... Ooh, now that we're overconfident and beefy, let's... try to get this a little bit more under control. Any gaps up there? Nope. Here, there, and everywhere. Guess we took them all down to the basement. Oh, there's one. Alright, big win there for midday. Here's our little creeper friend, or a different one. But we played creeper game before. Ooh, yep, that new diamond sword cuts pretty good. Oof. Yeah, he was charged by the time he landed. That's what I often caution about and am a little terrified of. Oh. Hey, where did all those come from? Okay, well, that's cool. Let's do this. Okay, and this was the little gap wall. So let's get rid of it. There we go. Drop all this. Hole. Zombie hole, maybe? Glow squid? Squid. Just water. Alright. Well, that's pretty decently done, I'd say. I mean you no harm, skeleton. Today, I mean you no harm. Still don't really know all the paths. Like, oh, I'm up above it. Okay. Looks like we got some coal done. You guys do understand, I know the difference between coal and iron and gold, right? I just can't articulate those differences very well at the moment, it would seem. Not sure why that is. So what do we... hit next? I think it's this first. And then just doing up the basement. We'll want a full day for food work over at the village is what I'm thinking, but that is a bit off. Just make sure they're on the other side of the wall. I think there was one of the worlds, maybe like World 2. I mean, those are getting to be a long time ago now, so who knows, but I think there was one of them where we were working on the staircase and something came bobbing right on down the stairs on top of us. So it doesn't hurt to check around you a little bit. Be aware of your surroundings. Alright, I'll just shore that up for a second. And by second, I mean until we grow entirely frustrated with cobble. Stuff to watch out for here. I guess it wasn't too bad. Is nice having at least iron tools. That is a good place to be. That and finding all these little bonus areas where we already did some of the work. Thank you, coal deposits, for giving to us again. How wonderful. Okay, still a bit more to go. I was thinking we were right there. I can just push through. No, no, you can't. I am happier with this whole have the ceiling at the right height from the beginning so we won't have those little weird steps in it. A little more back and forth, but I don't think I'd mind. And the other thing was I don't know how I used to do very rigid chunks, and not chunks in the game mechanic sense, but just blocks of the staircase on my way down. And oh, yeah, let's try not to just throw away the iron picks, huh? So I would work my way down one thing at a time, and as I did, I would want a torch for light, and the numbering of them was odd. So that was how I ended up with, like, this torch and that torch would be even, and then I would go one, put one here, and then the next one down there. I was just trying to even out the lighting a little bit, but I think every other one is much, much more appealing. And again, everything adapts a little bit in your game, how you approach it, how you play things, what you're doing at one time as opposed to another. And I think in that case, that's one I'll probably stick with as opposed to just being a passing deal. Because trying to keep straight, like which one was a pair and all that, just got really old. Alright, well that was a good little carve. We'll run back up with the torches, I think. Well, before we do that, actually, let's go here. It's a very odd sound. There's like a couple things going on in it. It's kind of almost got like a scurrying footsteps, right? As it goes. Listen. More so even on the second block. I think we're running out of opportunities, but somehow I get a feeling we'll get to listen to plenty of that over the coming months and years. So, oh no. We were doing so well. Blemish free. All nice. Oh, now it's over. We could go 5, but I forgot I haven't done the steps yet. But I don't really feel too necessary yet. I want to get the steps in. Let's do those. Oh, and we're going to do the torches on the way back up. There. 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 Aside from the annoying part of having to climb the stairs, what I should really do is just toggle on auto jump, man. That scared me so bad in that other world. And I'll have to remember all that stuff over again. So, um, when we do get the PC back, all you savvy viewers, you watch for it, whether or not I forget to enable extra RAM or not. Hey, okay. So, all that good around the bed. You go in there. We don't need to deal with the rest of that. Gravel and dirt, andesite, deep slate, gravel and dirt, and I still don't know. I always think it's more efficient to work upward on these. They just are so finicky on the placement. And after you've done building and decorative stuff, that seems completely crazy. The torches don't help anything, but so often they will flip and catch the top part. And it's really just off of how far up you make it on the stair on each little hit. But I've never found a good way to run and place the stairs. So close. Alright, there's one. And we'll need a few extra to get the full thing done. But, 16, and we're going to need 50 some. Yeah, I think we're going to need even more than what we just have of pieces of cobble in our inventory, unfortunately. Never know. We'll see. Oh, it just takes that little bit of extra concentration as it runs up here. Let's see how many more we can get out of this. Ooh, that might do it. That might do it exactly. I think we had 8 left, right? After the first one. Oh, how long until it goes off? Almost there. Nope. Well, Here comes the most hideous staircase. And it's really not that bad. I kind of prefer cobble to some of the other building options. So I don't think it's awful, but when it gets to the stairs, it looks a little too busy. It's not easy on the eyes as you're going up and down. That's for sure. And how we doing on sticks? How we doing on logs? Let's just go ahead and restock here since we'll need them soon. And we're pretty well equipped then for fences, gates, and that kind of stuff, which we'll need once we get over to farming. Alright, granite, go away. Doors, go away. Scary Enderman. Teleporting sound. Oh, sticks. We don't need all those. We will need 2. But not yet. Oh, we should also get the hoe, although I don't know that we really need that at the moment. Just one more pick here. Not you. Those 2. And the hoe. I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it. Can we sleep? It seems like it should be so close. Doesn't that feel dusky? Let's check on our oak trees. You guys grow any bees? I guess we don't really have flowers around. A little bit less. Is it noon? Man, it felt dark from that view. Like I said, though, I kind of am thinking like, yeah, a bit more modern, skyscrapery. Not at all round towers that look castle-y in any way. Excuse me. Man, these yawns are just out of nowhere. That's the tree you're gonna leave. Kind of feel like that other Christmas tree looking one can hang right on the point, but let's take these 2 others down. Always one. So that should at least break up our return. Ooh, I don't like that. No. What are... Oh, are you kidding me? I don't think that one really went. Yeah, I really don't think any of these go. let's just get it back. I was gonna see if I could like enhance the tree, make it a little more than what was expected of it, but I think you're just fine the way you are, tree. That one got broken, but we need Silk Touch to fix it, so not happening today, tree. Got an apple. Wait, was this was an oak tree too, wasn't it? That one in a little too tight here. Again, once they're connected like that, the leaves won't necessarily decay unless they're X number of blocks removed from a trunk piece. And I don't know, that's why I said X. I don't know what that value is, but there's a value. You rest assured. Okay, now torches on that tree should help light our way home. This side is still a little off. Now we're getting too low. It's alright, we made some good progress there. Let's light you up one. Those two make a decent barrier. But maybe this one should go. Kind of clear the path over to the river. And I never liked these. I never called them out. I didn't want to be rude, but not a fan. And then how far over was it? Were we cutting here? Or were we cutting back there? Where are we cutting? Let's try this way. No, that's not real good. We got more skeletons. We made it. Alright, little bits of progress here and there. So, logs, saplings, dirt, apple. This is what I wanted. Only 2, but 2 is better than nothing. And these may just save our life at some point. They're not quite enchanted golden apples, certainly, but they're real good in a pinch. I think we're kind of to there. Oh, those fell out of the trees. That's why they were there. Get those. Check the time. 1:15. All right, I lost the ability to gauge the time. Too much fun. Yeah, we do I think we did all the caving and then came back looking for more fun. That was awesome. I'm just gonna say it. You try to convince me it wasn't. We had combat, we had loot, we found diamonds, we cleared out a few caves, made it generally safer, Got stairs in our expanded basement staircase so we can zip up and down that thing. Um, Next big priority is going to be food, and I think I may be back to do that one more here this evening. I've got um, a couple things later on this evening. I may pull me away, but at least for the moment, that's kind of what I'm looking at. If I don't though, know that I'm having a blast. We may have misnamed filler world. I don't know. We'll see. This has been my life. Sometimes you start a different world for whatever the reason, and you don't want to let it go. It becomes a new favorite. But you guys keep me honest in the comments as we go forward here. Like I said, we've got at least a couple more real world days to go before I know anything. Very likely going through the weekend before I know anything. And I'm not going to rush into, oh, hey, I just got the system back. We're going to jump in and do stuff. I think this time it's going to get a very slow build um, to bring it back online. And I'd like to get some more of the stuff set up. So I think this world on the laptop will kind of keep that sated a little bit. And remember, this is a filler. We'll just see what happens. If we kind of use it or that or anything else on there instead of bouncing back and forth. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But man, now I'm chatting on this longer episode. Anyway, have a great break. I don't know when this video will pop. We may space it out just a little bit because I know I've hit you with a few in a row here, and now everybody's kind of back at square zero, so trying to catch up. Uh, so we may spread this one out either late at night or early tomorrow or something, just to kind of keep them trickling along, not all one big shot and then nothing. Now you got a few hours to watch through, but take a break whenever that next one pops up. Get outside if you can. If it's not too unbearably hot or rainy or stormy or anything, go out and enjoy summer, man. This is where it's at. It'll be gone too quick. And we'll be like, man, it's cold and miserable. What happened to summer? It was gone. So enjoy it while it lasts, and we'll see you guys back here for the next one. Till then, take care and do drop those likes and comments. Help other people out and stay awesome. We'll see ya.